My dear students, welcome to my class. Today we have to study about social science in civics second lesson, the election, political parties and pressure groups. In this lesson we have to study about electoral system, different types of election in India, meaning and political party, function of state party and national party, and understand the pressure groups in India. An election is the formal decision-making process by which the people chooses an individual to hold public office by voting. The electoral system in India has been adopted from the system followed in the United Kingdom. India is a socialist, secular, democratic republic and largest democracy in the world. The modern India, the Constitution of India, came into force on 26 January 1950. Article 324, 329 and 15th of the Constitution make of the following provisions which regard to the electoral system in our country. Article 324 ensure free and fair election in the country by the election commissioner and two election commissions. The Parliament may make provisions with respect to all matters relating decisions, election to the Parliament, including the preparation of electoral rolls. The state legislature can also make provisions with respect to all matters relating to elections to the state legislature, including the participation of electoral rolls to all other matters necessary for securing their due constitution. Kudavalai Murai was the voting followed during the Chola period in Tamil Nadu. We follow that in this coming elections. The election process, let us know, at the national level, the head of the government, the Prime Minister is selected by the member of Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Parliament in India. We celebrate National Voters' Day on 25th January in India. Introduction of the Nota option. Voters Verified Paper Audit Trail, that is VVPAT, is the way forward to enhance credibility and transparency of the election process. The system was first introduced in 2014 general elections. The Rule 49.0 in the Conduct of Elections Rulers 1961 of India describes this procedure. The option called Nota. Types of election in India. There are two types of election in India, direct election and indirect election. By the direct election, people directly vote for the candidates and elect their representatives. All at the age of 18 years participate in the electoral process by casting their votes. The Lok Sabha election, elections to the state legislative assemblies and election to the local government bodies that are such as village panchayat, town panchayat, municipalities, municipal corporation are conducted by the State Election Commission. The merits are: the voters elect their representatives directly by direct elections or considered to more democratic method of election. In this way, it encourages people to play an active role in politics. It empowers people and make the rulers accountable for their actions. The demerits are: direct elections are very expensive. Illiterate voters sometimes get misguided by false propaganda by the political parties. And the parties conducting direct election is a massive exercise. It is a challenge for election commission and influencing the voters through payment in the form of cash, goods and services. Election campaigns sometimes result in violence. That are tension, law and order problems affect the day-to-day life of the people. Indirect elections, the voters elect their representatives indirectly by their representatives in the election. The election of President of India has selected by this indirect election. The merits are: indirect elections are less expensive. It is more suited to election in large countries. Demerits are: voters as very small and possibility of corruption, bribery, horse trading and other unfair activities. This may not reflect the true will of the people. Next, let us go to the political parties. Political parties are the essential part of democracy. Parties are the link between government and the people. Political party has three components: leader, active members, and followers. The types of party system. There are three types of party system followed in this world, namely single party, two party, and multi-party systems. Types of political parties. There are two types of political parties, that are national parties and state parties. For getting recognition as national party, a party has to fulfill any one of the following criteria. Criteria number 1, at least 6% votes in at least 4 states and member to the Lok Sabha. In the election of Lok Sabha, at least 2% members from at least 3 states are elected to Lok Sabha. Third point, recognition of the state party, at least 4 states. Function of political parties are to conduct elections, and parties forward their policies and programs of the people. Parties play a decisive role in making laws of the country, and parties formed and run the government. And the opposing parties different views and criticizing the government for its failures or wrong policies. Parties shape public opinions, and parties function as the useful link between people and government machinery. The role of opposition party in the democracy is a vital role. The leader of the opposition party occupied a prominent place in all the democratic forms of government. He enjoyed the rank of cabinet minister. He opposed the wrong policies of the ruling party which affect the general public. As the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, questions the functioning of the government departments and examines the public money used for the well-being of the people. The opposition parties reflect genuine demand and concern of the people to play a constructive role in the democracy. Pressure groups are originated in the USA. USA means United States of America. The pressure group is a group of people who are organized actively for promoting and defending their common interest. Pressure groups are also called interest groups or vested groups. They are different from the political parties, neither contest election nor try to capture political power. Pressure groups in India can be broadly classified into the following categories, that are business groups, trade union, agrarian groups, professional association, student organization, religious organization, tribal organization, linguistic groups, ideology-based groups, and environmental protection groups. Functions of pressure groups in India. The pressure groups are non-aligned with the political party and work an indirect yet powerful group to influence the policy decisions. Pressure groups including representation, political participation, education, policy formulation, and political implementation. Example for pressure groups are Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, All India Kisan Sabha, Indian Medical Association, All India Students Federation, All India Sikh Student Federation, Young Badaga Association, Tamil Sangam, Tamil Nadu Vivasayigal Sangam, Narmada Bacho Andolan. These are the examples of pressure groups. Political participation can be called the informal phase of policies, support government activities such as petitions, marches, demonstration, and other forms of political protest. The pressure groups are attractive the very young people by their actions. During the policy formulation, the pressure groups themselves are not policy makers. Many pressure groups are vital sources of information and render advice to the government, and therefore the regularly consulted in the process of policy formulation. Earthquakes, tsunami, floods, and other such natural disasters on the massive scale occur, and the people immediate mobilization for the emergency relief becomes most essential. We must keep in mind that there is no better form of government than democratic government. To create better society and nation, the people of India along with the union and state government should come together to fight against the miseries of human life. Now at the end of the lesson, we have to know one thing. How is the President of India elected? President of India elected by the members of an electoral college consisting of elected members of both houses of parliament. The elected members of the legislative assemblies to all the states and union territories in India. Now let us go to the recap once again. A short way. The Prime Minister is elected by the members of the Lok Sabha. There are two types of election that are direct and indirect elections. The political parties has three components: leader, active member and follower. The political parties are India. The political parties in India are classified into two types: national and state parties. In 2017, there are 7 recognized national parties so that the term pressure group originated in United States of America. The large number of pressure groups exist in India. Okay, my dear students, these are the lesson content. Let us meet in the next class. My dear students, welcome to my class. Today we have to study about social science in civics second lesson.